Hey, it's Pronounced Bag and I'm Adam, and in this video I'm going to show you how to disable the little orange side marker LED on the side of the MK7 Golf R headlight. Now the reason why I want to do this is that I have the badge skins vinyl overlay to cover up that reflector, and so that little light is hanging out back in there. There's two ways to do this. You can do it by coding and hardwiring. If you do the coding, which I'm going to show you using my OBD11 app, if you have VCDS, I'm sure you're much smarter than I am and you can figure this out. But if you do the coding, it disables the little white LED on the inner beam of the headlight unit. But I really like that little white dot. I think it's cool looking and I want to keep it. So I found this nice little write-up online that somebody did where they actually depinned just this little orange LED and it retained the white dot. So I'll link that in the description below. I'll follow that guide and show you how I do it in the video and give you some little more detail basically in video format. All right, so first I'm going to show you how to disable this light using the OBD app. First, you are in the app, you connect to it, you're able to go into the control right here. Go ahead and go down to 09 Central Electrics. Go into Adaptation, and then you're going to search for, I believe it's Leuchte 8FL. I'm just going to search 8FL. There it is, Leuchte 8FL, LB39. I'm going to go ahead and search for Dimvert AB8. You're going to update the value from 127 to 0. Done. Slide to right. And when you do this, it'll come up with a series of security access codes. By default, you can just select any of those and it will come up. And there you go, turned off. Adaptation accepted. So now you can go ahead and do that for the other side. What you're looking for is Leuchte 9FL RB2. And you're also gonna search for Dimvert AB9. Change that value from 127 to 0. Done. Slide to right. Adaptation accepted. I'm gonna jump over there real quick and see if it's actually off. All right, so now as you can see, the orange side marker is off, but the white inner dot is also off. I don't want that, so I'm gonna flip all this back on and now go down the path of doing this hardwire adjustment to just depin the orange side marker, and we will retain the white dot. So here we go. All right, we're gonna start on the driver's side headlamp. First thing that we're gonna do is disconnect the wiring harness that is right there on the back middle. I'll show you close up on how to actually take that out. Real simple. All right, so here's the connector. This is on the motor side. There's a clip here that you'll just depress down with your finger, and you can get a little screwdriver in here to just help pry it off a little bit, just really light, and it comes right off. Before we go pulling this pin, I wanted to show you some detail about this wiring connector. On the back side, there are numbers indicating the pin numbers. I'll be pulling number 13 there, and we're gonna go ahead and start that by unlocking the mechanism in here so we can pull that out. All right, so inside the wiring connector, there's this pink locking mechanism that will need to slide to the left. It's pretty easy to figure out, but I've got these two teeny little screwdrivers where I'm gonna keep one kind of in the left side and then use the other to unclip these hooks on the top and bottom here. And they should just pull back. There we go. And that's as far as it'll go. All right, here's the wire terminal tool that I'm using to remove this. I will link below in the description where I got this on Amazon. It came with the whole kit. I'll show some detail of it here in a minute, but there's this really tiny part here that I tried using pins or paper clips to get this out, and I wasn't able to do it, so I ordered this kit on Amazon. What you'll do is insert the tool into the upper and lower slots around that pin. You'll just press in there. Reach around the backside and just pull on this pin. Give it a little bit of pressure while I'm also pushing on the pin tool. And there we go. Comes out. I had to play around with it a little bit to get this pin tool in the right spot, but it will now pull out straight, and there's your terminal. All All right, so on this wire terminal, I'm gonna do my best to make a waterproof seal on here using electrical tape. I think probably the best idea is to get some sort of heat shrink tubing, or maybe even, I don't know if they make like heat shrink end caps. I think that would be really ideal. I have electrical tape, so that's what I'm using. I'm gonna do my best to seal that up. I'll kind of make a hood for it, and then I will wrap around that once with some more electrical tape, and we'll plug it back in. Here is my best shot at wrapping up that wire with electrical tape here. One thing I want to point out is don't forget to slide this locking mechanism back over, because if you don't, the wire connector will not go back in place. So you just simply press from the side, there's an opening, and it will snap right back in place. Over here on the passenger side, I'm not going to show you the full detail, but I just wanted to show you an easier way that I found to get this wiring connector off. If you are using your finger over on the motor side to depress that tab, you can get a screwdriver here kind of on this back lip and just lightly pry that off. It's really hard to depress it and pull back on the wires. Probably shouldn't do that. So that's what I was able to find. Just a nice easy spot there to leverage that off. Here's a quick look at the wire terminal toolkit that I got from Lyle on Amazon. 57750. It comes with 3 different tools, I guess, all different sizes, shapes for different wires. There's only one of these that I need for this job, and this was, I think, like $35 or so. I will put a link down in the description to get this. Here is a final look without the orange LED, but I have the happy little white LED there. I am super excited about this. There are no codes or errors on the dash. There's no coding required for this. It's totally reversible. I think this is pretty awesome and a sweet little win. The only bummer is that I had to buy that specialty depinning tool for the wiring, but it was totally worth it. And now I have some more tools in my kit.